get this centered right. Now I'm like all crooked. Okay, sorry. All right, so let's hang out tonight. You ready? I have got some cool stuff as you are following the leader. That will continue. I'm going to share with you some things that I learned. Oh my goodness, this week. Some things I learned, some things that I implemented that I really wanted to give to you. And so that's why I titled it. I should have put in there, follow the leader, so that you'd know that it's still about following the leader. I got a fuzzy on my lip. Really like my career. Sorry. Okay, so that's why I called it How to Be Relevant, Simplify, and Customize. So it's how to be relevant. You must simplify and customize. These are things that, as we're working our business in sales and with busy people, you're busy, indirect sales, etc. Because, you know, it's so funny how, like, we hate to say, like, I'm in sales. Well, everybody's in sales, and there's so many places that we're buying stuff from all the time. We're buying stuff from the grocery store and from you know, the department store and the boutique down the street, and then the computer store and blah blah blah, Office Depot, Home Depot. And so, you know, we're buying all the time. What are some things that you really like about certain about certain companies and certain places you shop? What do you like? I mean, we all know that we love Amazon, right? Because Amazon makes it so easy, is that we're able to go on. They have Amazon Prime. They have One Click. I mean, it's awesome because you're able to get things quickly, and they have stayed relevant. They are current with the times. Right now, what people want more today is convenience, customer service, and they want to be in the cutting edge of what is the latest, greatest of a certain product line or a service or technology. Okay. And so that's what we have to stay in front of this. Now, if you're not great at it, that's okay, because you've got people all around you that you can learn from and glean from and jump on their bandwagon. If you see someone going in a direction, you're like, oh my goodness, that is savvy, that's sharp. How can I implement that? And that's what you want to look at. And so that's what I did. Oh, I got it. in the things that I learned this week, in the mess ups, I got something out of it. And so we can't go, you go, what can I learn from this situation, right? Okay, so let's talk about the first thing. The first category is relevant. Being relevant. So one thing that I got super excited about is because I'm definitely like an idea person, and I love grabbing things and then kind of individualizing and personalizing and making my own. But I love current, new, fast, awesome, intriguing ways of doing things. That's why I loved the whole concept of the beauty experience. When I heard Tina and April talk about it, I went, oh, this is good. This is really good, because I was not super excited about our skincare parties. I just have to tell you, I was sick of sitting around a kitchen table instructing people how to wash their face. I mean, it's okay, and it's good, and it was right for, you know, the times. It's been effective, and, you know, the product part's great. Them trying it, feeling, experiencing it was great, but the mood and the approach of it felt old. So here's how I embraced the beauty experience and why I feel like my brain wrapped around it. You're going to like this. Okay. So here's what I started to think about. I thought, all right, why am I so excited about this? Well, first off is that it's more relaxed. I mean, you guys know me, and I'm all about keeping it real. I don't like plastic concocted. That's why I really have a hard time with the flip chart. I do have to say, although I do have the latest updated Julia Burnett flip chart on my website for those of you who really need it as a tool. And listen, use it if it makes you feel comfortable and you need that flow at first, go for it. but I want to be as relaxed as possible. I want them to feel like they're at a spa. And that was the whole philosophy behind talking about it being a beauty experience. So as I started to book these, one of the things that I knew was that I wanted to explain to people, because I'm thinking, all right, we're doing the exact same thing we've always done, a skincare party, right? What makes this different? Well, what's going to make it what makes it different is that we are actually valuing and putting a value on what we've always done. People don't understand that what we've always done costs a lot of money to have done somewhere. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, now we can explain to them, do you understand what I'm giving you? Okay, so this is how I explain it. If I need to, in the booking process, I say it this way. Or what normally flows perfectly is at the opening of this skincare party or this beauty experience. This is what I say. So first of all, everyone's gathered around a coffee table on the floor on either beanbags or couches or pillows, and it is total chill girl time. I have these terry cloth headbands that they wrap from the back to the front, and they Velcro it just like you get when you're at a spa. So it's very soft and it looks very spa-like. And so I say to them, and I'm going to give you this script. I say to them, this beauty experience tonight is free because we believe you should experience the products first and then decide if you want to pay for them. See, when you go to a spa for a facial or for a treatment, it costs anywhere from $150 to $350. You pay for the service, and then what if it's not good or it's not a great experience? I mean, I love facials. I love going to the spa and getting a facial, but I've had some that I regretted paying for. This appointment allows you to experience the products and then decide if you want to spend money. This way, you get something you get to take home. And then you can experience this facial multiple times for the same price or less. Awesome, right? So that's what I say at the opening, because see, we want to be relevant. And how are you relevant? Well, you want to be able to share with someone, listen, this is a valuable thing I'm offering you. See, what sales is that you build a market or a need. You find a need and you fill it, or you build a market around something that people don't realize is of value. Okay, so it's all about the benefits. It's not about the features. So many times we talk about all the technical things about what they're going to get, the hostess program, and you get free products and blah, blah, blah. No. That comes in time, but the biggest thing that you're selling is the experience, is to say, listen, we all love being pampered. We want to be princess. We're tired and we're serving a lot of times at work or at home, and we want to be served. We want to have a relaxing experience. And even though it is DIY, you're still, let me tell you something, because they're sitting around in a relaxed environment with their friends. And now I've just painted the picture of the value of what they're getting. They're getting just like a spa facial, but they didn't have to pay for it. And now they can decide if they want to take some of this home. What happens is the closing the sale becomes easier, because now they're thinking, I just got this for free. I have money to spend now. It's amazing. So you start off in the beginning and you explain that, because it's the truth. We give them something that's worth so much money. So then at the end, keeping relevant, you want to say, now you've tried one treatment and we have these other treatments that you can experience. And so here is how you can take home and do again in the comfort of your home what you just experienced tonight. Here's how you can get it. And so I show them 3 sets. I'm going to talk about simplify and customize in a minute, because that ties into this close, but I just want to continue on with this beauty experience and the 2 things I feel like were valuable that I learned. One was the opening, and painting that. And the next part is this close. So in the close, I keep my offer simple. It is the Ultimate Repair Set, which is basically the repair skincare system with a treatment, because we talked about treatments that night at the beauty experience, right? So it's the full skincare system with a treatment and their foundation. I always throw in the foundation. Even though we didn't do the foundation, I throw that in. Or, so that's one, is the Ultimate Repair Set, because it's the repair set with a treatment. And then the Miracle Set. The Ultimate Miracle Set. So it's the Ultimate Miracle Set. Now, normally the Ultimate Miracle Set is the Miracle Set Eye Cream and Microdermabrasion. But it's the Miracle Set, the eye cream, and their treatment of choice, okay? Again, foundations included. I show that to them at regular price, okay? The Ultimate Miracle Set, the Ultimate Repair Set is this. And I tell them the retail, it's somewhere around $280 depending on the treatment they choose. The Ultimate Miracle Set is somewhere around $199 depending on the treatment that they choose, because the charcoal mask is a lot less than the skin revealing peel, right? So it starts at $199. And then I show the Miracle Set, which is just the Miracle Set and the foundation, no treatment, okay? Those are the three sets. Now, when they book their beauty experience, they book a new beauty experience, one that they're going to now have, their second beauty experience. When they book that, they get $40 off any of those sets. Let me tell you why. Normally, now this comes from Mary Catherine King. Normally you offer hostess credit, right? You offer hostess credit at the party, and usually we do 75 for 25 or 75 for 35. Well, that's like crazy math, because you're dealing with an odd number at the end, and it's just a lot easier to do 40. And so if you did 75 for 35, why wouldn't you do 80 for 40? You're giving the same special as a hostess, but it's easier math. And those three sets are more than $80. So you're covering your cost. But now you have a booking that she's more likely to hold because she got her hostess credit up front. Mary Catherine King says that she rarely has cancellations, because what she'll do is say, if for some reason you can't hold your appointment we just booked, I'll go ahead and charge your card for that $40 that I gave you up front for holding this experience. Okay, so what's great is that you took the 40 off, and that if she doesn't hold her beauty experience, you're going to charge her 40. But if she does, that's her hostess credit she got already, and she could get more if she has more people at her beauty experience than 3 and herself, then she gets more. So you tell her, say, if it's just 3 and you, then it's just the 40, but you'll get more off at your beauty experience. I'll give you more if you have more than 3 people there. Pretty cool, right? Simple. Now, the relevancy of that is that they are now want to buy what they just experienced, because they're realizing, I just got this facial for free, so I have free money to spend. So you're keeping it very current in that I want to book a beauty experience, but hostess program and hostess credit and all that stuff, that's old fashioned. It's old lingo. So by saying that you get a $40 gift card that you can use tonight because you are booking your next beauty experience, it's not a party, it's not hostess credit, it's not free product. It's a gift card. On her set that she chooses, one of the most favorite sets, for booking her second beauty experience, so she can try another treatment and you can see how her skin is doing on her current skincare system. Awesome, right? That's relevant. Staying very current and relevant to what's happening right now and how people think today. Okay, so let's go to the next thing that I learned. Oh, this is good. You're going to laugh at me. Okay, simplify. How easy are we making it for people to shop with us? How easy is it to book with you? How easy is it for them to decide what they need, what skincare products they need when they're working with you? We are making it, what I'm finding, even as simple as I make it, we're making it too complicated. Let me give you 2 examples of real life scenarios that happened to me. Okay, so the first one is a woman came up to me in the parking lot of the grocery store because she saw my pink Cadillac and she said, "Hey, do you have a card?" And I said, "Yeah, actually, let me text you my business card." And she said, "Okay, great." So I texted her my new digital business card from Anchor Design Company, which I love because it is interactive. So again, you're making it easy for your clients to be able to connect with you, whether they want to talk to you directly, they want to email you, they want to go to your website, it's all on there. So on this digital business card, you can see this moves. And so that way they can click on it, browse the brochure, or they could follow you, see tutorials, etc. And so it really makes it easy for them to be able to connect with you, right? So I thought that was so great. So then I text her to see if she wanted to either try the products on the face or if she knew what she wanted. And she was like, "Oh, I'm going to go on I'll click on your website and play around, fish around there." So she did, and she was asking me questions on text, and that was it. So a few days later, I followed up, and she said, and it probably wasn't a few days later, it was probably like a week or so later, and she said that her cousin is with brand X, Rodan and Field, and she gave her a mini sample of products she's going to try and see how they work, and then she'll let me know. What did I learn? I learned that part of what I was doing was efficient and savvy and easy for her, but it actually wasn't easy for her. You know why? She didn't know what she needed. She even said to me, she goes, in the parking lot, I really need to update my skincare because I'm finding that I'm getting older and I don't like my skin and I need to do something. And I remember that I liked Mary Kay years ago. So that's why she asked me for my card, right? I should have asked her a couple of questions on text and then given her samples and products. Let me tell you why I know that I should have done this, because scenario number 2. My hair's been thinning and I've not been happy with my hair. It's actually looking a little better because I started using these new products, but it was thinning. And I saw these people posting stuff about Monate. I think that's how you say it. I Googled it to see how you pronounce it. I think it's Monate. Okay. And so I asked I inquired because someone was talking about it. And so a consultant friend or director friend of mine messaged me and said, "Oh, my sister sells it. This is what I use, blah, blah, blah." She's saying all this stuff. And I'm like, all right. Well, I just need someone to tell me what to get. And is it easy? And she's like, "Yeah, if you do this, blah, 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 and you can click onto this link." And I was just like, "Oh, okay. How do I get a hold of your sister? Because I think your sister sold whatever." Well, I never clicked onto anything and I never went anywhere because that's how I am. And my assistant came in and said, "Oh yeah, there's a girl that works who's a volunteer, and she wants me to get this hair stuff," because I told her, I was like, my hair's thinning. She's like, she was talking about, Monate, and I go, "Oh, give me her info." And so she texted her. The girl texted me right then. Here's the lesson. She texts and says, "Hey, I heard you're interested in my products." Okay, I'm going to read you this because I am so annoyed at how good she was. Okay, so she said, the first text I get from her, she goes, wait, I want to get this in order because this is really good and we can learn from this. Dang it. Hold on a second. All right. So she says, and I said, "Yes, my hair is thinning and it used to be thick and it's getting thinner and I really need help." And so she goes, so she messages, so right back she texts, she says, "Let me get you to take a hair quiz and I'll make a personalized system for you." I said, "Okay." Literally, that was my text back. "Okay." She asked me 5 quick questions. Boom, 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 boom. Easy. Straight or curly? Thick or thin? It wasn't, "Is your hair straight or curly?" No. She said, "Straight or curly? Thick or thin?" I mean, talk about simple. So then my answer back was wavy-ish, thick, used to be, blah, blah, blah. So she says, here's what I recommend. So here's what we recommend. Boom, 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 boom. Let me know if you have any questions. If you'd like to purchase all three, you'll be eligible for VIP, which comes with all these perks. Yes, how do I purchase? She says, through me. What's your birthday, mailing address, email, and last name? Right when she said that, I was like, oh, I like her. She didn't ask me any other questions. Well, what do you think of this? Well, maybe you could do this. Well, do you want to be? Well, if you do, and sends me all this stuff. One time, I had somebody who was trying to get me on vitamin stuff. She sent me so much information that I went, tell me what to get, and I will get it. But if I have to read all of this, I will not get it. We give too much information, too many options. When we're at a party, we're asking them, well, what do you think of this? They don't want to think. They've been working all day. Their head hurts. They don't know anything about skincare. You know 10 times more, even if you're brand new. And so they want you to say, this is what I recommend based on your profile card. Those profile cards, you guys, read the profile card, lift up the little sheet, and it will tell you what they need. And you say, this is what I recommend. All you'd have to do with someone is to text and ask them those few questions without full sentences, but blah, 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 and they'll answer. And then you could say, this is what I'd suggest. And so here was the continuation of it. So once she asked me for my info, then she said, here's how the VIP membership works. Okay. And she literally just did bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. It was simple. I mean, the wording was simple. It was so simple. And then she said, so then I said, the very last question she asked was, so your total will be this, we can give you 15% off, and that has blah, blah, and then is that okay? And I said, yes. All that information, and then all I had to say was, yes. And then the next thing she said was, do you use this, or do you prefer this? I said, hairspray. She says, that's how much this is. Here's your total, how you want to take care of it. Done. I got my discount. I got my VIP so that I could get some other whatever. It just made the most sense. And my stuff just came. It took me 5 minutes. So what it said to me was, I'm assuming, not wanting to be pushy, instead of asking questions and then meeting them right there. Whether I wanted it all or not, she said, let me ask you questions so that she could know what I needed and tell me, and then that way it was up to me. But see, what we do is we wait for someone to inquire. So instead, what if you said to someone, if they go, oh yeah, my skin, da-da-da, say, you know what? I can give you a skin test. Let me ask you 4 questions. Boom, 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 boom. 4 questions right off the profile card. Shorten the questions, again, 3-word questions. And then they answer them, and then you say, well, this is actually what this is the plan that comes out for you. This is the program that it says that you need, and that I would really suggest actually to adjust this and this, or to start here and we can add this later. And then they say, wow, great. Say, this is how you get it. This is how you get it at a discount, whatever. And if it were simple bullet points, do you have any closing at a appointment, or talking with someone who's never going to get with you, but she says something about her skin? You say, you know what? Let me ask you a few questions. When we make it simpler, people will not only buy from us, they'll refer people to you because you're easy to deal with. The other thing that makes things simpler, you guys, is having product. I would much rather you not spend money on flyers and samples and bags and business cards, and don't spend money on all those things. I'd rather you buy product. You know what the biggest complaint is? I have to wait for the product. Why are you spending money on all these other things? Buy product. Because when you have product, people love you, because you can service them better. When you can service them better by giving them the product, right? Simpler. It's simple. When they go, oh, it's complicated, I got to catch up with her, it's hard. If they've got to catch up with you, you know what I do? If it's not easy for them, I pay for the shipping, or I make sure I just ship it. If we can't meet up, I just ship it. Or I'm going to be inconvenienced and go out of the way and deliver it to them so that they get the best service. I had somebody find me online. We kept going back and forth because she evidently wasn't in email much. And so finally I said, text, let's text. And I said, I'm just going to drop it off. It's a blush. I said, I'm just going to drop it off. And then you can Venmo me or do whatever, but I just want you to have it, because we were going back and forth trying to figure out the best way. And she was so grateful, and she's probably going to have a party. So that's keeping it simple. Last thing I want to close out, because I have just a few minutes left, is the customization. Is that the other thing that I'm learning as I'm booking is that I was trying to book warm chat leads and saying, I give them a sample, and then when I'd follow up on the sample, then I would try to schedule an appointment, and it wasn't working. So what I decided to do is, when I gave them the sample, then I let them know about either the New York City contest or that I'm doing these beauty experiences. If they want, I can send them an invitation. Warm chat people, referrals, people that don't know you are less likely to have a party. Now, I'm not saying don't try to book a party, please, because you can. And you can usually tell when the conversation goes in that direction that you can do that. But when I would message them, it'd be like crickets. But what I decided to do was, I said, you know what? I have a beauty experience on Tuesday night, and I have 3 spots. Does that date work for you at my studio? Yeah, so you guys could do stuff at the studio or at your success events where you have guests coming, and you use that as a booking tool. Now, the only time I use that as a booking tool for people I don't know is if it's a beauty experience. If it's a color night, I like for that to be prospects. I like for that to be people for their second appointment. But really, honestly, when you're just meeting people and you're having a hard time connecting with them to give you a guest list or for them to book a party, because I had this one girl, she kept saying, okay, I have to ask my friends. But finally, I just said, you know what, I'm having this beauty experience at the studio. Why don't you just come there? She's like, oh, that's perfect, because she doesn't want to have a party. But she wouldn't say that. And so we scheduled it for that. And I said, listen, I have 2 more spots. Feel free to bring a friend or 2. But at least I can get all these stragglers into one spot. And so, again, it's customizing as you're texting people. If they don't respond to something, you've got to try something else or make it simpler, and maybe you're complicating it. What works for them, giving them options, not giving them all the options at once, but making sure that you can kind of read their response so that you can maybe find another way to get with them that would work with their personality and their schedule. Again, I'm feeling like I'm booking better because I'm finding other ways. Like, I was going to do something here, but now I have access to the studio. So I was just saying, hey, I've got a beauty experience set up here for Tuesday night. Why don't you come and get pampered? And they're like, yes. And then others want to have a party. So I hope some of this stuff got you thinking, and I can't wait, because now I'm really booked up. So you've heard me talking about where my head had to be, how I was booking what I got on my book so far, and how I was meeting people. So I'm going to continue this week with meeting people by handing out this New York City contest information, and I'm going to be holding these appointments. So I'm going to come back to you next Monday to share with you how these appointments went and how my conversations out and about went as well. So let's do this together. Follow the leader, and let's have a rockin' February. Have a good week. Bye.